actually going to talk about something very simple, but also probably the most complicated question in real estate. Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of The Friday Show. Now, this week I'm actually going to talk about something very simple, but also probably the most complicated question in real estate. What is a real estate agent? And what exactly do we do? How do we make money? How much money can we make? And how much money did I make in real estate? Now I've been doing real estate for about 2 years, and I can definitely offer you my insights. Now this might not be a one shoe fits all kind of answer, but this is based on my experiences alone. So take it with a grain of salt. But I feel like I've done a pretty decent job in the last couple of years while working on improving. And well, I think I'm a lot more qualified now than what I was 2 years ago. So let's dive into it. What exactly is a real estate agent? Well, a real estate agent is somebody who helps broker the deal between a buyer and a seller. So if somebody's wanting to sell their home and somebody's wanting to buy a home, my job is to help connect those people. I'm the guy in the middle between a purchaser and a seller who helps facilitate the transaction. That's what an agent is in its simplistic form. But here's where the nuances come in. Now, there's lots of different types of agents. There's selling agents, there's buying agents, there's commercial agents, there's lending agents, there's property managers, there's property developers, there's development agents, lots of different types. Let me give you a little bit of a break. I, personally, am a selling agent. My job is essentially to help the seller be as profitable as they can be when they sell their home. A lot of people will go, why are you doing that? That's not fair to the buyers. Well, look, let's be honest. That's my job. I'm watching all the home sales that are occurring in the area. I'm watching the ups and downs and what prices are being achieved where for what type of homes. Now, while every home is unique, there is a general consensus that a 4-bedroom would average approximately sell within this range, a 3-bedroom would sell within this price range, a 5-bedder would be selling in this much price range. A house with a lot of land will sell for more, a house with less land might sell for less. It all depends upon city by city, suburb by suburb, case by case basis. My job is to help a seller assess what the valuation of the property is and how much they want for it and help them achieve that goal. That's what my job is to help a seller achieve the best price possible and help hopefully maybe even surpass their goal of how much they want. Because the better a job I do for them, the better it is for me as well. Because if I can achieve good prices for them, that recommendation then follows on to other sellers who also use my services. Now, how much do real estate agents charge? That is a very taboo subject in my industry for some reason. I don't understand that as to why. Most real estate agents charge either a fixed fee or anywhere from 1% up to the highest that I've personally seen is about 5% for residential sales. Commercial sales can have a much higher percentage, but there is far more work involved, and quite typically deals might also fall through in a commercial deal. Myself personally, I charge around 2.5%. For new customers, if they're repeat customers, so that means they sell multiple properties with me, they get it for 2%. Now, depending on where you are in the country, 2.5% can mean, $4,000 or $5,000 or $20,000, $30,000, $40,000, $50,000, depending on the size of the deal that you're transacting. Typically, the higher the valuation of the home, the more money you get as a commission as well. One of the biggest questions I get asked is, how do you feel morally justifiable to charge people $20,000 to sell a home? Well, the way I look at it is, a lot of people who typically are going to pay me $20,000, $30,000, $40,000 in commissions typically don't have the time to do it themselves. Now, I'm solving a problem for them, which is a time problem. But aside from that, I'm also helping them be more profitable in their transaction. A lot of agents think, yes, let me just put this on the realestate.com, which is basically Australia's, like if you're in the US, it's Zillow. So put it on a website where I'll just, where all the buyers go to, and that's it. I have a very different approach to real estate where I believe I don't just have to market it on realestate.com or domain.com or one of those websites, but also proactively find buyers through my database, connecting with local people who are in the area. I take a very proactive approach to find buyers. I also heavily utilize social media. One of the reasons I do so much on social media, if you look at my TikTok, my Instagram, my Facebook, and my YouTube, I'm all over the place. I'm everywhere. I can guarantee you there are not a lot of agents out there who are doing what I'm doing right now. And that's why I believe I stand out from the crowd at times. And that's why a lot of people end up going with me. When I go head to head with another agent, I know what I'm talking about. And I'm not just planning on the present, but I'm also planning on the future. I held 6 suburb records in Adelaide when I was transacting over there. 6. Now, for a person who came into a brand new area, to establish 6 new suburb records in a matter of 12 months was a pretty big feat. I was going up against competitive agents. Adelaide has some of the most high caliber agents in the country, in my opinion, because they're all proactive and are doing the things that they're supposed to be doing. So for me to go and trump their prices, not just by small margins, but by $50,000 to $100,000 at times, I believe that the leverage that I bring is understanding how to generate more business and how to generate more leads and more customers and more buyers for sellers. That's why I charge more typically. But if you're just a real estate salesperson, there is a ceiling to real estate. The ceiling is very bloody high, and some real estate agents can make upwards of $10-15 million a year. But those are the agents who are in the ultra premium, ultra luxury markets. In Australia, most agents after taxes and commission splits and everything else take home around $70,000. Now, the amount of work that you have to do as a typical real estate agent in Australia to earn $70,000 after taxes is ridiculous. There are well better industries that will pay you a heck of a lot more money than $70,000 to do the job that you have to do. Let me break it down for you. Essentially, if you earn $200,000 in a typical agency, you would be paying, as a credit debit system, you would be paying close to 40% of your commission to the principal. The principal is the boss who holds the office. So the boss gets 40% of every sale that you do. Now, aside from that, you also have to pay franchise fees in a typical real estate office, which range anywhere from 4% to 10%. So let's just average it, but majority of the places are about 10%. So that's 50% of your paycheck. So if you earn a $10,000 commission, 50% goes to your boss and the franchise. So you're left with $5,000. After that, you are then taxed upon that $5,000. That's still a decent amount of money to live on. Absolutely, fantastic. But it's probably one sale a month. Now, in order to get a listing is very difficult. So most agents actually transact only about 10 to 15 properties a year, which is around $100,000 to $150,000 in commissions every single year, out of which 50% will go to their boss. So if let's work it off of $100,000 and the average of 10 sales a year. $100,000, 50% goes to your boss and your franchise. So you're left with $50,000. You get taxed on that, you're down to about $35,000 to $40,000. It's not really good. But let's say you do more, you're about the 20 sales a year. 20 sales a year will equate to, let's say, $200,000, out of which again, 50% goes to your boss and your franchise, and then you're taxed upon the 100, so you take home about 70. I personally did about $200,000 in my first year, close to it. I did about $186,000 in my first 12 months, and then progressively I did another $250,000 in the progressing 3 months after that. Now, the way real estate works is the more work you put in, the more you get out of it. But if you don't do the work, you don't make any sales. You just don't. So that's the reality of real estate. It involves a lot of work. Now, I'm constantly out there networking, building up my database, marketing myself so that people know that I am a real estate agent. Because if they don't know who I am, they're not going to end up listing with me. I will miss out on opportunities. So it is constant work. It's a lifestyle choice rather than something as a job. I always tell people this: if you're in real estate and you are going to treat this as a job, it's not going to work out for you as a selling agent. Buying agent as well. If you're a selling or a buying agent, you have to be in a lifestyle shift where you are constantly in that real estate mode. Because at the end of the day, the approach you need to take is to help people. You need to put the money aside and start focusing on the people. The reason I was able to do a lot more in my career and earn a lot more than what the average agent does in a very rapid amount of time is because I shifted my focus from the money to the people. I shifted my focus from how many transactions I'm doing per month to how can I deliver the best service. The moment I switched my mindset around, my amount of listings skyrocketed because I focused on the people. I knew that the money would come eventually, because if you do something long enough and good enough, eventually the money will follow. So there's a little bit of a general overview about real estate. Now, let's talk about how to get started in real estate. How do you get started in real estate? Now, typically most people, what I would recommend is obviously you need to go and study the course. So real estate courses, you find your local provider and training organization that teaches you the basics and the laws around real estate. And after you complete that, I would always suggest to somebody, reach out to your local agent and find out if they're willing to work with you or they're willing to take you on. If they're not, reach out to me. If you're stepping into the industry, I will coach you through how to do real estate. I can show you how to make money through real estate, how to do video production, how to do all of these things and market yourself in a way that most agents are not doing out there. If you're a new agent out there and you feel like you're not getting coached by your principal or the agents around you, if you're not making money if you're not doing more than 10 to 20 sales a year, let's talk. Because I can help you scale that up. Now, how to build up further from there as well, let's talk. Because then we can motivate each other and do more. If you're an established agent out there and you're doing more than me, but you feel like there's room in your business to grow, reach out to me. I'm happy to help you with all the video content and all this, how to be a social agent. If you have questions about real estate, or if you want to learn how to use social media to leverage yourself better as an agent, reach out to me. I'm happy to have a chat anytime. I will give you everything I know for free. But at the end of the day, if you don't put it into action, it's not going to work. If you're an agent out there, let's connect and let's work together. So hopefully this was a nice little episode for you on the Friday show. And if you have any questions, I'm going to be covering different topics in real estate every single week. So that's pretty much about it for this week's episode, guys. Catch me again next Friday on the Friday show, where I'm going to be talking a lot more about what's happening locally, talk more about the real estate market, the different selling strategies. If you like this video, you want to know more, follow along, click that subscribe button, click the like button, ring the bell notification, go follow me on the other socials. All the links are down below. It really helps me out, it helps out the channel, and helps me help others as well. Alright guys, bye for now and I'll see you in next week's video.